coming up. Hold on.
That means no small talk. Crazy weather we're having. No, it's not. It's just weather. It is an introvert's dream. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price.
Can anybody tell me? Because I can't. Let me look real quick if YouTube's connected real quick. Oh, I am live. Okay, never mind. For some odd reason, it wasn't coming up on my screen. All right, YouTube, we are live right now as we are getting ready for Sprint Quali Watchalong. We are about 30 or 29 minutes away. Let's see. There's that. Okay, there's that. All right, there we go. All right, we're live on YouTube, everybody. So welcome over if you're watching on YouTube, as we're just getting ready to start sprint qualifying watch along. So let's talk a little bit about sprint qualifying and what we think is going to happen today. So, if you guys had a chance to watch Free Practice 1, the timing sheets were as follows. So we'll go over the timing sheet. So Lando was head and shoulders above everybody else when we did their qualifying runs. You had Norris in P1, Nico Hulkenberg in the kick in P2, Oscar Piastri P3, Alonso P4, Verstappen P5, Albon 6, Russell 7, Hamilton 8, Hadjar 9th, Beerman and Ocon from the Haas in 10th and 11th, Bortoletto 12th, Sonoda 13th, Stroll 14th, Lawson 15th, Colapinto 16th, Gasly 17th, Antonelli in 18th, and then two cars that didn't take part in the qualifying runs were Carlos Sainz, who, from everything we can hear, had gearbox issues. And then Leclerc, we don't know necessarily what happened with him. And so that was very interesting to see as well, that he did not do any qualifying runs within Free Practice 1. Make sure, if you guys are over on YouTube, hit that like button for me. Oh, was it oil? Okay, gotcha. Leclerc couldn't be bothered. That's what I heard. So we obviously think the McLarens are going to be there. We know that Max will be there as well. I think some surprises that we could see is maybe a Hulkenberg gets in here into SQ3. Alonso's probably going to be there. The Haas's are very close. I think it's going to be a very close, first couple of sessions, because literally from P1 all the way down to really P18, if you think about it, was 1.4 seconds from P1 down to P18, who all, ran qualifying sim runs. Oops. as I accidentally almost pulled out my ring light. So I feel like I feel like Max Verstappen is just going to make that huge qualifying leap that he always does, and he's going to be there. He just has a propensity at, and Austin, especially now, because he really technically is still within the championship hunt. Can we have it out for SQ? No, because people need to see me, and like I said, I am gonna mute my music though. I am gonna mute my music. There we go. Hold on, let me see something really quick. Yeah, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Yeah, it on YouTube it tends to delay it a little bit more. I'll plan on doing one without the lights. I will plan on doing one with at least without the ring light. Eric After Hours. I wish I could do streams like that, but I've got to be a good boy. No, I'm having to drink the other one. I bought 2. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to drink it. I'm just not a fan of it. I bought 2 because I thought maybe I would actually like it. Little did I know, it doesn't really taste. It doesn't have a lot of taste. At least for me, it doesn't have a decent taste. It's not that I hate it at all. It's just it's one of those that I wasn't exactly like. I expected a more bolder flavor, and it just wasn't there for me. That's how I feel, at least, about it. So we got 30 minutes, 22 minutes now before sprint qualifying begins. Right. Valid point. He's not wrong. I would drink no water, but I got hockey, and if so, I'm hyper. My mom will kill. Yeah, if you drink, yeah. I've been. This will be my 4th bottle of water. I've had 2 soda waters, and now the Monster, and I have 1 more can of soda water. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of greedy. Needed to get as much water as I could drank as the day progressed. Let's see. See what we got going in chat. That is so weird. I need to try something here really quick. You lost your DB sub. Oh, you talking about on here? Gotcha. I was like, wait, what is he talking about now? Evan, I'm having both. Why is... Hold on. I gotta check something here really quick. Why is my monetization turned off? There we go. Gotta turn that back on. There we go. Somehow my monetization turned off, and I don't know how that happened. All right. Anyways. So what is everybody's... I want to see in the chat what everybody's thoughts are today for who you think is going to get pole position today. I want to see everybody's thoughts as who's going to get... I want to see everybody in the chat. Let me know who you guys are, who you guys think will get pole position during sprint qualifying. Trey Ray says, I think Lando has got it, unfortunately. Not. Thanks a lot. Why don't you give him another 10-second penalty while you're at it in league racing? Alfie, I would love to see the first two. Mazepin can stay as far away as he can from Formula One. Thank you. Trey Ray says he's on Twitch. He says, I'm rooting for a Max Verstappen comeback. I mean, he said it during the media sessions yesterday. He's got a 50-50 shot. Because he stinks, Alfie. That's why. Max Verstappen, let's say Max Verstappen does make the comeback. Let's say he does make that comeback and somehow wins the championship. He becomes the greatest driver of all time. I think Max Verstappen then becomes the greatest driver of all time if he comes back and somehow wins this championship. That is what I'm going to, at least what I feel like, is that if Max pulls this off, he's the greatest driver of all time. He overtakes Lewis. Turtle Warrior letting me know there's a 15-second delay on YouTube. Have you tried refreshing your stream there, Turtle? Because I know sometimes it takes a little bit, or if you refresh it, it'll catch up a little bit. I may be wrong. Oh, you have? Okay. It happens. Let's see. Let me flip on. Let's see. One bold prediction for sprint qualifying can't be that someone makes it into SQ3. My bold prediction for sprint qualifying. Can it be somebody that doesn't make SQ3? Somebody that doesn't. Not that does. Somebody that doesn't. Okay. With that being said, I know this may make some people mad or happy. I don't know what it will. I don't think Oscar makes it into SQ3. I think Oscar Piastri somehow doesn't get into SQ3. I'm gonna say Oscar does not make it into SQ3. That's a bold prediction, but Oscar was almost half a second off of Lando during qualifying runs. I have this weird feeling Oscar's going to have one of those really like almost piss poor weekends that he's not going to make it into SQ3. No, I'm not going bald, Alfie. That will not happen. No, I know, Sean. I'm not being dumb. I mean, I'm looking at free practice 1. I know he's going to pick it up in free practice or in spring qualifying, but I think the thing is that he's had, I wouldn't say a poor run of form lately when it comes to qualifying, and races recently. But he's not totally been on the ball. And so I would say, if I'm going for a bold prediction, I truly think that Oscar just doesn't make it in SQ3. I feel like Lando's got the momentum when it comes to those two guys. And I can see Lando getting in over Oscar. So that's where I'm at with that. Clip it, put it on social media, whatever y'all want to do. I'm saying it now. Oscar will not make it out of SQ3. Let's especially clip it if I'm right. Right? Sean's right. If it happens, that's mad. Let's see. Alfie Hall. Sean says Esteban Ocon appears in any Q3 for the first time in a long time. Yeah, it has been a while for Esteban. Let's be honest. It has been a while. Let's see. I just saw Alfie says, anyone else bold predictions? I'm going to say that we have one of the top 6 in the championship causes a red flag. Very interesting. He's not a poor driver. I don't think he is. And I don't know who I would have put in the Haas seat over Esteban, if I'm being totally honest. There wasn't a person out there that I would have said, oh yeah, let me put him in that seat over Ocon. Yeah, that's the thing, is Haas just needs a better car. Haas now will have the chance in 2026 where everybody starts off, brand new. Yeah, qualifying, he's kind of off in qualifying, but in the race, he's really good in the race. I will agree with that. Connor Griffiths has subscribed to the channel now at tier 1 on Twitch for 4 months. Hit the W's in the chat, y'all. Look at that. Got to do a celebratory celebration for Connor, who's subbed for 4 months now. Look at that man. Thank you so much. Hey, look at that. Connor even in the chat. How's everyone going? Hope all is well. Absolutely everything is well. We're about 10 minutes away from sprint qualifying and hopefully some very exciting sprint qualifying. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, sir, for the the subscription for 4 months now at tier 1, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I need to see what Alfie says one of the top 6 is going to cause red flags. Ooh, nice, Connor. He's not in the top 6. Yeah, that's a valid point. The driver is... Sean, just let him announce it. Hey, Shelby, go wait. Charles Leclerc. He thinks Charles Leclerc will cause a red flag. I don't know about that. I mean, I could see it. Shelby 08 on Twitch, we're doing amazing. Getting ready to watch sprint qualifying on both YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys are on YouTube, please make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. As I spit while I talk. And then as soon as sprint qualifying ends, we'll probably end the stream on both Twitch and on YouTube, as I have got some amazing steaks to make for dinner tonight. So I am excited to go cook on the grill. Haven't done that in a while, and I'm excited for it. Put me in the tier 2 for... Eric said, why would I say Piastri is beautiful? That's weird, yo. Oh, Jesus. I need to get the clip of me saying God bless it. There's a couple other ones that I need to make a soundboard out of. Because some of the things I say are pretty funny.
Super Max Verstappen, Super Max Verstappen, Super Max Verstappen, do 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 Max Verstappen, do.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. Got a little bit of text-to speech there from Tomo26. He believes Max Verstappen, I believe, is going to get pole position. Sean says, if I owned Haas, I would dissolve them. What is your hate with Haas, bro? What is your hate with Haas? I do not understand. You've literally been taking shots at Haas all day today. Tomo26 says I would change the Haas name. My God. Yes, we did. I watched most of practice. It was pretty interesting. My goodness. Leclerc and Sainz both did not do qualifying runs. Sainz had a gearbox issue, and then apparently Leclerc had an oil leak, maybe? Tomo 26, tush push must be banned in the NFL. All right, Turtle Warrior, have a good evening, sir, and good luck. Trey Ray says on Twitch, it's crazy as the 1 and 2s from last year's Austin didn't go in free practice 1, right? All right. All right, thank you, Turtle Warrior. Let's see. Oh wow, what about the Mercs and Red Bull? So the Russell looked pretty quick. Antonelli, on the other hand, did not look very good. I have to say, Antonelli was extremely slow in practice today. Sorry, I'm having to kind of shift my mic over a little bit. There we go. All right, there we go. Verstappen crash or no, not quite. Not quite there, sir. Just to let you know, I don't like Max. Oscar must be in a wall. Turn that down just a tad. Just. All right. Sorry, Airsofter. I appreciate it. I will answer your question as soon as the text to speech is over. Okay. Anyway, so P1, P2, P3 for qualifying. I think Max Verstappen gets pole. I think Lando gets second, and I think George Russell gets third. That's I think our top three for sprint qualifying today is Max Verstappen on pole, Lando Norris second, George Russell third. No, you're okay, Alfie. Gives you time to think. All right, let's switch over. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. All right, there we go. He's okay. It happens. Behrman P18. God, Jesus Christ, Jay. The Haas hate coming from you today is ridiculous. Now he's just doing it to troll me. That's all he's doing. And Con P17. Jesus. Can a Haas put it on pole just to shut both of you up? Okay. Awesome, Connor. Yeah, I'll put out my schedule Sunday at some point so that you guys will be able to know what my schedule will be this week. God, please let both Haas's make it to SQ3 just so that everybody eats their words that's in chat right now, please. Yeah, I need to go in and change that. When I set that, I didn't have my Discord really up and running. So that would be why. Oh, I need this. If Haas make SQ3, I'll come here and apologize. All right. Oh, Jesus. Look at all the cars lining up there. All right. So everybody, let's see. I'm gonna go to the YouTube stream on my Xbox so I can watch on my phone, so I won't be chatting. That's fine, Alfie. I appreciate it. Don't think Ocon will, but Behrman has a chance at the top 10. The sprint race is at noon my time, but I think I go live at 11:30. Excuse me, 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. Check my Discord, and if you're on YouTube or Twitch, do ! Discord, and you'll see. Lothamar King, hi there. I've never played any of the F1 games. Do you reckon that this is worth buying? I'm a big fan of F1 in general. F1 25 is definitely worth buying, man. I really have to say that they did the game a major service this year by the improvements that they did. So yeah, I would say absolutely. Was thinking of using our tomorrow then, if that's okay with you. Should be. I wouldn't see why not. It would probably have to be after qualifying though, but I don't see why not. Man, Hadjar has been all over the place. We'll see tomorrow. I may put something in the Discord. It'll really depend tomorrow. All right. We're in SQ1. All right, let's focus on SQ1, everybody. They're showing Hadjar as one of the first runners here. We got 8 minutes and 46 seconds left. Hadjar's run a fastest sector 2. Ooh, goes very wide, but I don't think that'll... Hadjar runs first one to set a time 1:34.856 to start off. Right now, Lawson's got the fastest first sector right now, and then Hulkenberg's got the fastest second. Sonoda goes P2. 4/10 behind him. Hulkenberg up to P1. 134. I swear to God, if a kick gets pole or gets even Colapinto 1.3 seconds off the pace. Bierman up into P3. Behrman, nice little run there. Let's see. Bortoletto up to P5. Ocon to P5. Lawson now up on the pole, 134.603. Nice run by him. Leclerc just doesn't... I don't know if it's me. I just don't feel like Leclerc feels confident in this car. He's not driving the car confidently right now. At least it doesn't feel that way for me. Sainz up to P2. Very nice. Alonso set 2 fast sectors so far. Alonso up to P3. Look at the top 3 right now. Lawson, Sainz, Alonso is your top 3. Hulkenberg P4. What is going on right now? This is like Leclerc rounding the last corner. This will... Man, he just does not seem confident. 135.347 for Leclerc. Not good at all. Hamilton goes to the top. Very nice. 134.2 from Hamilton. Puts him at P1. Piastri coming through the last corner. 134.292. Piastri P2 right now. Norris goes P3. Fastest sector 3, though. Verstappen on a fast lap here. Verstappen goes fastest. Look at Verstappen. 134.1. Gasly goes up into P2 or P15. Here comes Russell. Russell 134.6. Not very quick from Russell there. Here comes Kimi. 134.4 from Kimi on that lap. Faster than Russell in this one. Very close top 4. All separated by 1/10, yes. Bortoletto's time was deleted for track limits at turn 19. Yep. Bortoletto goes way off there. So that gets his time deleted. Let's see. Who is this? Ooh, that's Gasly. Gasly's car looks so unsettled. Look at him slide. Ooh, yeah. Kimi was slow in practice. That's the thing is Kimi Antonelli was very slow in practice. So far, solid 5th. Yeah, absolutely. Solid 5th from him. And everybody's queuing up to go out for one last run. Bortoletto's not set a time because he got a track limit warning. Man, there's a lot of cars stuck in that queue right there. I don't think a lot of these cars are going to have time. A lot of these cars in this line right now are just not going to have time. I'm calling it now. A lot of these cars are just not going to have time. There's 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Yeah, but his tire was over the white line, so that's why he's allowed to do that there. Yeah, very high traffic sprint qualifying 1 session right here. Good afternoon, Blaze. In the chat. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. W. Charles for P16. Yeah, there's a lot of cars that aren't going to make it to the timing line. All right, so right now your elimination zone, Leclerc, Gasly, Ocon, Colapinto, and Bortoleto. Bortoletto's the only one that hasn't set a time, but he was also, he had his lap time deleted from the first time. Albon goes quick in Sector 1. Right now, it's got the fastest lap time there. Oh, is Gabrielle not going to be able to set a time? Oh, no. Leclerc's on a lap right now. God, look at that. There's cars all over the place there. Oh, Jesus. Look at all these cars. Wow. Behrman just barely gets in. There was a lot of drivers that weren't able to make that. Piastri goes quickest. What the? Like, that literally reminded me of Monza right there. What the heck was going on? Why? You know, God, we have got to get something better for... Oh, Norris goes quicker. 133.224. 0.6 quicker than Piastri, and then Verstappen gets himself in between. Dang it. No, Leclerc's getting in. You've got to be kidding me. Io, you've got to get them out quicker than that. God, you just cost... Like, they were so much quicker in free practice. God. Hey, Sean? I don't need it right now, Sean. Thank you. God, what was, like, literally, that last corner looked like Monza from, like, how many years ago? This is a mess right here. What are we doing? No, I didn't. They were all like they were just barely behind the start finish line. What? Like, seriously, what the heck was everybody doing? Like, look at this. 4 cars are queued up here. Nah, there needs to be... I'm really hoping that there's some investigations going on about people driving so slow. That's ridiculous. Like, we should not have Monza like that again. That's just... Yeah. On YouTube, Jacob says, I remember something like that happening after a red flag in Baku qualifying a few years ago. Yeah, it's just, that is so silly. That's ridiculous. I'll be interested to see. Let's see. Ooh, all right, here we go. Just noted by the stewards, FIA stewards, SQ1 incident involving cars 6, 22, 23, 4, 1, 63, 27, 12, and 18. They will all be investigated after the session for failing to follow the race director's instructions for the maximum delta time. The maximum delta time. That could be... No, I understand, but then they get grid penalties. There could be a lot of grid penalties, especially with people like Hadjar, Sonoda, Albon, Hulkenberg, Stroll. Those guys could all be, lower on the grid. So I'll be really interested to see, but I don't know if necessarily anything happens with that. I just think it's, it was literally like an open lobby. No, Lewis isn't on there. You got Hadjar, Sonoda, Albon, Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Hulkenberg, Antonelli, and Stroll. Those are the people that'll be under investigation after the after sprint qualifying to for the maximum delta time. I really feel like Formula One needs to adopt a much better, like some kind of better qualifying system. Excuse me. Whiskey's taking over. Very nice, sir. Steak grid sandwich, go. Yeah, I feel like Ollie could have made it, but like there's literally such a jumbled up mess at that last corner. Yeah, I hate this clean air BS that we keep hearing in qualifying. Like that's the Yes, I did a video on my YouTube channel, Trey Ray. If you do !YouTube, you'll find my YouTube channel. Yeah, I think that whole session was a joke. Blaze, I love the fact that you don't like the Norris monster. Yeah, it's so frustrating. All right, here we go. Q2, everybody. Everybody's rolling out of the pits. Yeah, Leclerc was real close to getting eliminated on that. He just doesn't seem fat. And like I said, I felt like when he was driving that car on the first lap that he did not seem very, very confident in the way that car was driving at all. If El Longo's still here, make sure you wave to the cameras and let us know. A little bit, but I'll probably end the stream pretty soon after qualifying's over with. I'll probably do like 5 or so minutes recapping qualifying. All right, so Verstappen is going to be the first one to start a timed lap here. Let's see what he can put up. Yeah, very nice run through there. 25-1 through the first sector for Verstappen. Why is this thing buffering? I don't know. Verstappen fastest in sector 2. It's got purple sector 1 and sector 2. First. Here we go as Verstappen's going to round the last 2 corners. What does he do here? 133.1. Nice job. 133.1 for Verstappen there. Very nicely done. No, it's not. The white paint, there's a lot of white paint there to show the track limits there. Stroll's 1.2 down of Verstappen there. Q1 was just an absolute mess, Turtle Warrior. It was an absolute mess. Alonso 7/10 behind Verstappen. Russell now goes P2 with almost 3/10 behind Verstappen. Antonelli goes P4. Albon up to P3. Look at that. Nice run by Albon there. Sainz now up to P3. Man, the Williams are flying. Russell into P2. See what Piastri can do. Piastri goes second quickest. 133.3. Norris now 130. Norris up to pole position. 133.0. Look at Norris. Very nicely done. Here comes Leclerc. 134.2. Man, his car is slow. Here comes Hamilton. Hamilton with the 134, a second behind Norris right now. The two Ferraris are literally right now just squeaking into SQ3. Must have been running 2 laps of fuel. That could have been. They must be running enough fuel to make 2 runs. So now they'll do a slow lap and then they'll do another fast lap. Here come the Williams into the pits. I mean, is Williams even going to run another lap? Because Sainz is already into the pits. Sainz and Albon both into the pits.
W. Lewis.
Are they going to have enough time to put fuel in the car and go again?
Bum Charles.
My what? Oh, yeah, go for it. What's wrong? Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear it. I did read it, though. Very nicely done, sir. All right, here we go. Liam's getting ready to start a run. Charles needs to get a job. All right, here we go. Lawson's just starting his lap now. He's got no time as of right now. Ooh. Lawson 1/10 down of Leclerc right now through the first sector. I'm stuck at 75 XP on the YouTube. Hadjar's 7/100ths down of Leclerc. One-tenth down for Lawson going into the third sector. Ooh, that was real wide. Lawson only went 11th quickest, but that lap time might get deleted. Here comes Hadjar. Hadjar just goes into 10th. Right now, Leclerc's sitting outside top 10. Hulkenberg going to finish his lap here. Let's see what Hulkenberg does. Lawson's time has been deleted. Hulkenberg comes around the last corner. Hulkenberg up to P5. Nice run, Hulk. Hadjar's out of qualifying. Stroll's out of qualifying. Gasly's out. Hamilton's 1/10 up on Hamilton right now. Let's see. Leclerc rounding the last few corners. Leclerc goes up to 8th quickest. Hamilton just barely gets out. Oh my God. Holy crap. Hamilton just barely gets back into the top 10. Wow. What a lap. Just barely gets in. They're almost a second off of the McLarens and Verstappen. Like, what happened? And Kimi Antonelli just gets knocked out by Hamilton. Hadjar, Gasly, Stroll, they're all out. Lawson didn't even set a time. Wow. That was a cluster, but Hamilton gets in. Hulkenberg, the big surprise. All right, we're going to have SQ3 here in just a few minutes. Let me go use the restroom real quick, and then we'll get into SQ3. All right. Back. Yeah, Williams has been fast this entire time. Airsofter on YouTube says squeaky bum time for Ferrari just then. Yeah, they barely made it into Q3. SQ3. Let's see. Oh, locked it up going into the long backstretch. That's why Kimi got knocked out. Wow. Turtle Warriors back on Twitch. Man, that whole SQ1, the end of SQ1 was such a joke. Like, look at this. Five or six cars, all just literally at that last corner. He wasn't sitting in the middle of the road, Lawson. He was way out of your way, dude. He was trying to blame one of the Ferraris, even though the Ferrari was way out of his way. Lawson's fed up with this season, I think, just in general. All right. Got 8 minutes to figure out who's going to be on pole in sprint for the sprint race. Russell's the first one out on the track. I haven't heard what did he say? Because I couldn't hear all of it. I've got one headphone in right now. Oh yeah, everybody's only going to be able to do one lap. I mean, there's just not a lot of time, and the soft tires don't hold on long enough. I don't think. All right, here we go. Russell getting ready to round the last corner. And Russell start his lap now. Here we go. Not very tight to that first corner there, Russell. Yeah, that's probably the smartest thing that's what I think a lot of these teams are doing. Is waiting till the very end. 25-1 in the first sector for Russell. Albon's now set a purple first sector. 25-108 for Albon. Russell sets a fast sector 2, 102.5. Sainz now sets a fast first sector. Russell through the last couple of corners. What is Russell going to put up here? This is going to be the time to beat. Russell with a 132.888. Here comes Albon. Oh, close. Albon through the last corner there. 133.099. Signs through the last corner. What does he run? 132.9 goes up to P2 ahead of Albon. Nice lap by Sainz there. Ferrari's annoying me with how, yeah, they really are. They've really fallen off. I don't think the setup's quite there yet. Now you're going to start seeing all the other cars come out. That was a really good lap from Sainz. All right, so now everybody is out on the track. I think it's safe to say Sainz is finally... Yeah, right? Sainz is fine. I agree, Jacob. Sainz is finally settled in. I think Sainz finally settled in. See, I knew Russell ran really wide going into turn one. That's what... I think Russell lost some time through turn one on his first lap. Here comes Hulkenberg to start his lap. Hulkenberg nice and tight through turn one there. Very nice. Hulkenberg a 10th up over Russell right now through the first sector. Ran a 25.09. Man, Hulkenberg's still 7/10 up over Russell, right? Or 7/100ths over Russell. But Norris ran a 24.95 in the first sector. Here we go. Turn 19 and 20. Here we go. What is Hulkenberg going to set? Hulkenberg, a little squirrely. What? Hulkenberg goes to pole 132.645. Yeah, Hulkenberg sitting on provisional pole right now. Slides a little bit. Leclerc only up to P5. 133.1. Here comes Hamilton through the last couple of corners. Lewis Hamilton goes P4 ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen's run the fastest first sector so far. Norris, 132.214 from Norris. Nice lap from him. Piastri's just setting green sectors. Verstappen's up on Norris by 3/100ths. What does Piastri do? 132. He's in P2 right now. Verstappen on pole. What a lap. 132.1. 7/10 over Norris. Wow. What a top 10 that is. Verstappen on pole, Norris P2, Piastri P3. Nico Hulkenberg is P4 in the sprint race. Like nobody, like the broadcast is so busy kissing the bums of Red Bull and McLaren that we're not talking about Hulkenberg's P4. Like P4.
Max Verstappen. Max
Like,
Verstappen.
What are we doing? We should be talking about Nico Hulkenberg setting P4. Oh my God. Yeah, Ferrari looks really bad going into tomorrow. They're slow as heck. Ferrari just looks so slow. The Williamses are faster than them. My God. All right, Airsofter, see you tomorrow for the sprint race. Anthill28 on Twitch says, so Max wins sprint, don't need to watch tomorrow. Man, like, what is Ferrari doing? Like, how are they slower than the Kick Saubers? Like, I don't understand how you're that slow. Man, that's going to be an interesting race tomorrow going down to the first corner, though. Verstappen with Norris and Piastri behind him. And, wow. My goodness. That's going to set up for an interesting sprint race tomorrow. Max Verstappen P1. Norris ahead of Oscar Piastri, and who's in P3. But Oscar's 0.3 down on Norris. So SQ2 incident involving Stroll and Hulkenberg, they were slow, but they're not going to be... yeah, it looks like everybody's been cleared of the slow delta times in Q1. That's what it looks like. But yeah, interesting qualifying. Norris is 0.3 ahead of Piastri. So that'll be interesting tomorrow. Hulkenberg is literally breathing thin air right now in P4 with as high as he is on the grid for a Kick Sauber that was literally crap in the early part of the season. But yeah, come join us tomorrow on Twitch and YouTube where we're going to watch the sprint race. And then we will also have the regular qualifying reactions as qualifying will be in the afternoon. Be interesting to see what happens in the sprint race tomorrow. But guys, make sure you join me for tomorrow. And yeah, I will have a league race in between those sessions. But make sure you guys join, hit ! Discord if you're not a part of the Discord so you guys can see what time I will be going live tomorrow. But guys, thank you so much for joining me for the sprint qualifying reactions. You guys will see me tomorrow for the sprint race and qualifying. But thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see